Okay, so this is the collective OP2. I've got my 3 Klingon ships here, a couple birds of prey, a Katinga, and then my Federation ally. And then we place our debris here so you can see our ships. I got to deploy a little bit away from the cube. I've got the Shatang with the flagship, Martok, Defense Condition 1, photon torpedoes, Vulcan and Sakona. Then I have the Karaga with photon torpedoes, Koloth, Defense Condition 1, Alexander and Kurla. And then I have just a Katinga class, it's not the Behemoth, Kinera, Kapla, and Canuvus. And what do you have?
USS Voyager with data, transphasic torpedoes, and cheap death. Enterprise NX-01 with enhanced hull plating, Maxwell Burke and quantum torpedoes. Federation attack fighters, and the RARW Vorta Vor with Laviana, Charvanek, plasma torpedoes, direct command, and tall.
Okay, so we're supposed to just do as much damage as we can to the Borg cube. He deployed all his first because he's got lower captain skill, and I've kind of went like this. I'm being a bit of a jerk, letting him take the lead, my Klingons. But we'll see how this goes. Okay, so first turn, he moved his ships up a little bit further than I moved mine. My Klingons are just moving in slowly behind the Federation as the Federation and Romulans attack. One of his ships, the Voyager, lost a shield. That's all that happened, and 3 of the damage tokens got taken out. Okay, so he's got he was able to do 8 damage to the cube. Cube fired back and took some shields off the what do you call that? The Voyager. That's all that's happened right now. So he's a bit ahead of me, and I better get my Klingons in. Okay, so this is turn 3 or whatever. He's now got how many points do you have?
17.
17. I have only 7 points, so he's 10 ahead of me. His ships haven't taken any damage. They've lost some shields. But except for his fighters, lost 1 thing. But my ship, the Karaga, he rolled great against it, and it's got 1 damage, but that gave Alexander a token, and so we're still firing at it, and he's way ahead. Okay, so we're firing like crazy here. I now have 24 damage. He has 28 on the cube. His ships are pretty damaged. I think this thing only has 1 hull point left. It's got a couple crits on it. This thing's down to, it's still got 2 things, and his other ships have no shields but no damage. Anyway, that's how it's looking. Okay, so this turn, what's mine again? 42 against your 36?
Yep.
Okay, so the Klingons are now in the lead. The Romulans got destroyed. The Karaga has 2 damage on it. The other ships, I think one of them, the Voyager, only has 1 hull left. And then his other ships are pretty damaged. So, looks like it's looking pretty good. Okay, that was the final round. My Klingon ships got 54 to his 42. So it's a win for the Klingons. This was the fighters. They were destroyed. His Voyager has only 1 hull point left. This thing has no damage because of that, what's that called? Enhanced hull plating. Yeah, it's amazing. But my Karaga has 2 damage on it, that's it. Then lost 1 shield. We're good. He rolled like 4 hits on my Shatang, 2 hits or 1 hit and 3 crits. I rolled 4 evades and a battle station. So I turned the last one to a battle station, or to evade anyway. But that was a pretty good round. I know that was kind of un-Klingon of me to come in behind like that, but that's what I need to do for the win. Okay, so this is my second battle. Here's our Borg cube there again. My Shatang with Martok, and the Katinga class with Kinera and Koloth on the Karaga. This time I'm up against the Dakir, one of his ships is behind. I'll turn that around for him. The Navarre and the Timur and the Vorta Vor. That's awesome. Very, very Romulan and a Klingon, or 3 Vulcan ships, that's what it is, and a Romulan ship. So very, very cool. And we're just lined up to go and do some damage to that thing. What do you have on your ships?
The Takir is bare bones.
Yeah.
I have combat vessel variant and auxiliary control on the flagship Navarre.
Right.
Combat vessel variant and tractor beam on the Timur.
Yeah.
And then pretty much just advanced cloak and direct command on Board of War.
Very cool. Anyway, and we're just going to just go straight at that thing, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so as the first turn, my ships went forward 4. I thought he was going to go forward 4 as well. He did not. He just took it easy. None of his ships fired. All 3 of my ships fired. We got 14 damage on the thing there. None of my ships took damage. He fired back, and the Dekur lost all 4 of its shields from the board cube. Okay, my Klingons didn't want to be the shield for a bunch of Vulcans and Romulans, so I turned hard and did some sensor echoing. He fired at me. I don't think he did any damage to me. The Borg ship fired back. I rolled terrible. I didn't roll any hits for the 2 Vulcan ships, and the Romulan ship only took 1 damage. So that's how it's looking there right now. Okay, so he's now ahead of me, 17 to 14. My ships moved and sensor echoed out of the way to make his ships closer. Yeah, we're not being very friendly. And his ships lost some shields, but his Vulcan ships are pretty durable, so that's all that happened. He did a couple reverses to make my ships closer, so that was kind of cool. So my ships fired. We've got 31 damage. He's got 34 damage. He's 3 points ahead of me. His ships are looking kind of bad. One of his ships has only 1 hull left, and all his Vulcan ships have no shields left. Surprisingly, the Romulan ship is still surviving, but anyway, that's how it's looking. Okay, his Vulcan ships are doing a very nice job of maintaining distance, because they can just go forward 1, go back 2, or go 1.
Forward 1, back 1.
Forward 1, back 1. So they just maintain distance. So my ships got pounded. My Shatang got a warp core breach that time. I guess my other ships didn't take any damage, but still. And his Romulan ship is destroyed, so the Romulans are out of it. And it's just me and those sneaky Vulcans. Okay, so my ship's kind of got out of range, did something stupid. His ships are very, very damaged, almost destroyed, but we'll see what happens here. Okay, so that ends the game. I've got 62 points. He's got 58 points. His ships are damaged like crap. They each only have like 1 hull left, but he survived. Just that going back and forth was really good for him. My ships, one of them only has 2 damage. Oh, another one has the warp core breach, which I never fixed. Never bothered. Anyway, that was a close battle. Very, very close battle. It was a good one. Okay, so this is the last battle here. My 3 ships this time up against, what are those ships again?
Voyager with Picard and Spock and Scotty and Shelby with the transphasic torpedoes, high energy sensor suite, and Picard has cheap death in case we get blown up. Got the Federation attack fighters, and my pull was the Jaeger, the craft captain, Reg, and photon torpedoes.
Cool. Okay. And just my 3 ships again. This is how we've settled out, and we're going to go attack that cube and get some points, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so here's our ships. He moved forward a bit, and we moved forward a bit. All that happened was the 4 shots that came destroyed the debris and 1 left. Okay, so Jim was the Voyager was the only thing that was able to fire, and it did it did 9 damage to the Borg cube. It fired back and did 3 damage to the Voyager. Voyager's only got 1 hull point left. Oh, and one of the fighters lost its thing there. And then my ships didn't take any damage, and that's where we're at. Okay, so we fired. Jim now has 22 damage on it. I only have 5. The Voyager still only has 1 hull left, and one of the fighters lost his shield. That was about it. And yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, so this is where we're at. He's got 40 hits on it. I've only got like 18. The Voyager is still down to 1 hit point. His other Fed ship is only down to 1 hit point, and the other Fed ships have 2 hit points left, and that's where we're at right now.
Battle stations?
None of my ships are hit. Okay, so it's 42, or no, 46 to like 27 or whatever. None of my ships are damaged yet. His fighter's on its last peg or life or whatever. He's only got 1 hull point left. He only has 1 hull point left. So hoping he gets destroyed here shortly. Okay, so the Klingons are catching up. I got 45 points now to his 48. He lost his fighters. His fighters were destroyed, and his ships are rebuilding. Barclay repaired all his damage, and Montgomery Scott's repairing all the shields, and that's how it's looking right now. Okay, so, wow. I lost the Shatang. He rolled amazing fort, just amazing fort, and so I could not withstand all the damage, and I lost the Shatang, which is too bad. That's the way it goes. My other ships are doing not too bad. The Behemoth has no shields, and the Koloth ship is fine. So anyway, that's where we're at. Okay, so that's the end of the round. Victory for the Klingons. I have 73 damage to his 62 damage. Very, very close game. I lost my Katinga there. Kinnear was on it. I only have the Koloth ship left. It's only got 1 damage on it, so it's actually looking pretty good. Both his ships only have like, oh no, sorry, what's his name? Barclay repaired that one.
Barclay repaired it back to.
So, yeah, his ships are looking not too bad. But yeah, well, still a victory for the Klingons.